Okay, so here is another problem that I was presented with. And the problem is, what do I do when my boyfriend has no money and he keeps asking me for money? Now, first of all, times are tough. We keep hearing about people not having jobs and not having money and home foreclosure and all that kind of stuff. But how does it affect your dating life? Pretty severely, as it turns out, because dates cost money. It's unfortunate that love should cost money, but it does. So here is my 2 cents on solving the solution. The first thing you need to realize is that money really is the root of all evil, but you can't get by without it. And it is probably the number one cause, actually I think it is the number one cause of divorce in terms of couples fighting and divorce occurring. So realize that it's a pretty significant issue. If your significant other can't be financially responsible, then chances are he won't be responsible, or she won't be responsible in other areas of the relationship. And nobody wants a baby mama or a baby daddy who can't even take care of their rent or have enough money to buy groceries, let alone diapers. So here's what I definitely would not do. Do not pay for everything. Don't pay for every single whim, because if you do that, that gives the other person this sort of warped sense of entitlement where they think that from now on, if they need money, all they have to do is ask you. Even if they do have money and they just don't feel like paying for something, then it's sort of like that foot in the door theory where they can just ask you and they know that they'll get it. But on the other hand, you don't want to have a tight wad with your significant other. I mean, it's okay to pick up the check once in a while. It's okay to share. I mean, that's what a relationship is. It takes two people, but it can't be completely one-sided in terms of money and fiscal responsibility. Also, you need to possibly reevaluate your relationship. And I say this with hesitation only because it really could be due to the tough economic times that your beau is strapped for cash. I mean, truly, that could be it. But it's something that you guys should at least be able to talk about, especially if you're in a committed, long-term relationship. If you can't talk about it, then there's something else going wrong in the relationship if you can't even talk about that. But if that's not the case and you're going to stick it out, then I have at least a couple of cheap, inexpensive, and sometimes free ideas for dates. And they're fun and they're wacky. And for anybody who watches this video, you can put your own dating ideas in the little comment below. And then we can all share our own little dating ideas together. And who knows, you might end up having a really, really fantastic time, because regular dates are boring. Nobody likes to do the same thing all the time. So this might be a great opportunity to get creative and try something new. Go bowling. Volunteer together. Play pool together. Play billiards together. Go embarrass yourself together singing karaoke. Have a video date and try to beat your sweetheart. Or go to an arcade or rent your favorite video game. Do like the Romans and rent Ben-Hur or Spartacus and eat some grapes while laying on some pillows in nothing but sheets. Have brunch in the park. Spend a day running around town taking photos of each other. Funny, romantic, happy, artsy, weird, whatever. Young and free, only 17. Head to the nearest elementary school on a weekend and go have fun playing Foursquare and being crazy on the monkey bars and swinging as high as you can go. Go to the zoo and see if you can't see the lions get fed. Watch the sunrise and the sunset all in one day in the same place. Dancing queen, feel that beat on the tambourine, oh yeah. Do your laundry together, but when you do it, pretend like you're perfect strangers and you don't even know each other and you're just meeting for the first time and you're trying to pick one another up. Sexy. Play some board games, invite your friends over, and have a charades night, or try to kick their butt at Monopoly, or Clue, or Risk, or Stratego, or anything cool. Have a night where all you do is try to scare the crap out of each other. Scary movies, practical jokes, scary stories, whatever you want. You can dance, you can die, having the time of your life. Ooh, ooh, feel that, girl. I don't think those are the words. Make sure you comfort them, though, by the way, because that would really suck if they got all mad at you and then your night was ruined because you just laughed because they got scared and they started to cry. See if you can't find a drive-in movie theater and pretend like you're in the 50s and you just came back from the sock hop and watch your favorite 50s classic or a movie set in the 50s and make sure to eat it up at a diner. Have an Indian themed night complete with Indian food, Bollywood, and perhaps a nice little reading session with your favorite copy of the Kama Sutra. Head to your local microbrewery and have their free beer testing that they usually have at the end. Or just head to the grocery store, invite a couple of friends over, and make sure you bring home all of those really weird beers that you never would have tried normally. You could even make your own pretzels or get some spicy mustard and have a whole complete little tasting session. Run away together. Doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter how far, just take $10 and see how far you can go with that. Car, bus, plane, train, automobiles. Might be fun. Dig in the dancing queen. I personally think those are some pretty good date ideas. But in conclusion, it's not that big of a deal if your guy is strapped for cash. Unless he is financially irresponsible in general, because that's usually an indicator that he's pretty irresponsible in other areas of his life, including the relationship. So I hope that helps. If you guys have any other really neat cheap date ideas, you can feel free to post them down here in this little box below, and I'm sure it'll be helpful in these tough times to go on some cheap dates. Plus, half the time they're just really, really fun. Nobody likes doing dinner and movie every week. It's boring. Anyway, keep emailing me your questions at iwantyourtwocents@gmail.com, and I will be answering them as soon as I can. Oh, P.S. Dancing Queen is a horrible song for karaoke, but it was in my head, so there you go.